Hey, this is Scott Spears, along with Matt Morgan and Kerrington Nelson, along with you for another episode of The Exchange, and boy, we're having a good time because we've got a lot to discuss over the next hour. Remember, you can get episodes of this program, past episodes, on YouTube by searching Exchange Scott Spears. We've got episodes with Mary Ellen Withrow and Buckeye Guy and Weasel Boy and Big Nut and Ted Williams, the whole gang. Everybody online, check it out. And Friday night, 8:15 to 10 p.m., Friday Night Live on this station. Go to the website, wwgh1071.com, or download the free TuneIn app on any mobile device and search WGH Talk to listen live. The Friday night show is unhinged each and every Friday night. It's as live can get. And last week we had a call-in. Go back and listen to it because I couldn't even begin to explain to you what that call-in was all about. But it did happen last Friday night. Now, Matt, you've got some big news coming up, so let's turn it to you.
I do. Okay, so this Friday, the 16th at 10 p.m., I'm going to have on the Libertarian candidate for president. His name is Chase Oliver, and I think it'll be good. Be sure to listen. It'll be great.
It'll follow the Friday night show.
Yeah,
yes.
Right after the Friday Night Live.
Right after the Friday Night Live. It will go right. I'm so proud of you because... No, I am. Because you went out and you wanted to get this person on and you got them and it's happening and it'll be on Friday and you're promoting it and it's great.
Well, I appreciate it.
There you go. That's all. That's all I got. But that's very, very cool because persistence is a key, and obviously you were persistent and you stuck in there and you got it.
Yeah, didn't respond to the first email.
That's right. You go back for another. You just keep on going. Keep on working it. All right, we got a lot to talk about here, and boy, there's no subject like the Super Bowl. It's the gift that keeps on giving this week. Now, if you missed it, and I find that hard to believe because it broke a ratings record, the Super Bowl score was the Kansas City Chiefs 25, 49ers 22 in overtime, by the way. Good game. But the stories that have come out of this thing are far more important than even the score, to be honest with you. But we can start there. Matt, what'd you think of the score? You're the big football guy. You said the Chiefs were not going to win, and they won.
I mean, I also said that you can't ever fully doubt Patrick Mahomes and the Texans and the Chiefs because the Chiefs, since Patrick Mahomes have gotten there, has had a comeback ability. Even the announcers during the Super Bowl were referring to the Mahomes magic that he supposedly has. So, Patrick Mahomes, he made it work, I guess. He picked up the yards that he needed to with his legs when he had to do that, and he found the targets that were open.
I had Larry Merchant on this morning from HBO. He's been covering sports for a long time, and he said that Mahomes, if you are, if the other team is not crushing you in the fourth quarter, he's going to win the game. That's what he does, and I think that's right.
I mean, I think so.
You've got to open up more than 10 points, or he's gonna drown you. That's his specialty.
I think when it, how do I phrase it? When it gets to the point when the game is on the line, he picks up the play.
When the going gets tough, he gets going.
Yeah, he's got the nerves of steel to make it happen.
Well, I don't even know if it's that. I just think he has a unique ability to have his stamina go strong through the game. By that point, most people's arm is gone, and for some reason his is not. And that's when he becomes best. And other teams don't work like that. I've never seen a quarterback quite like that.
Well, I mean, and
also pressure doesn't seem to bother him.
It's not that the pressure doesn't seem to So Patrick Mahomes is just he's got the good sorry, my head broke. He has good mobility. He's good at moving around. He's got nice footwork. So he's really good at evading the defenders. But he's also one of the better mobile quarterbacks in the league. So if you are getting rushed, odds are if you don't have a good angle, he's probably just going to scramble away from you and pick up yards.
Well, he proved it. And he proved it in a great Super Bowl overtime victory. What'd you make of it, Kerrington?
I really enjoyed it. We had some people over that I know, and my brother had some people over, and we were both cheering for opposite teams, so it was funny just going back and forth arguing about it a little bit.
I would like to point out that I don't think Kerrington was cheering for a team. I
was cheering for the Chiefs.
According to the Facebook post that my grandma saw.
We were cheering for Taylor Swift and the Chiefs. There was like a big play, and then apparently
her brother and their friends were like, I don't know, talking, but then then she also just have Kerrington and her friends saying, like yelling, "Yay, go Taylor!"
Yeah, it was a lot of go Taylor, but that included the Chiefs as well.
Now, what is she doing?
Yeah, you can't cheer for. She's not doing anything.
Oh,
she's there.
She's there for morale. She was hyping them up. She brought the team spirit.
Well, she certainly did a lot of things, and most of the stories coming out of this have nothing to do with the score, which are kind of interesting. The first one is just fascinating. 123.4 million people watched this game. This is kind of strange in a way. It's the most watched thing in television history since the moon landing in 1969, but last year's Super Bowl was also the most watched thing in television history since the moon landing at 115 million people. So how do we account for this extra 8 million people? Next year it might top that. I don't know. Is it more football people or is there a Taylor Swift effect?
I think that football probably has a steady growth of
and the overtime. The overtime could have played into that as well.
Yeah,
true.
I think that football has a steady growth in its fan base. It's becoming one of the most popular sports, not only in the United States, which I'm pretty sure it has officially passed baseball now as the most popular sport. So I don't know what you think about that, Scott, but yeah.
I don't think that's true, but that's okay.
They ran an ad for NFL Camp Africa. They now have NFL camps across the place, so if anybody who wants to play in the NFL has the chance to work out at a camp to get to the NFL.
Well, I'll sign up.
Also, they play games in Europe, so they are becoming a global league.
Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I definitely hear more about football than I do baseball, but I'm also a little partial to football. I just enjoy watching it more than baseball. So I think I have a biased opinion on that.
The question was not, do you prefer baseball to football? The question was, what do you think of the most watched event, and did it have anything to do with Taylor Swift? Did it have anything? The questions as they come. It wasn't baseball versus football there.
Well,
I didn't have that in the
end
notes.
He said, do you think that it is?
But see, I'm the moderator.
I understand.
So I'm asking the questions here.
What's the question one more time?
Oh, number 3. We have to go back for 3?
Yep.
For a third pass at this?
Third time. Yep.
The Super Bowl is the all-time ratings winner now since the moon landing in 1969. Was that a Taylor Swift effect? Was that just the game was good? Is it going to top itself again next year? It just topped itself from last year.
I think both. I'd like to look at the growth increase across the years with Taylor Swift showing up. 8 million seems like a lot, but I don't know what the typical growth is because like Matt said, if football is getting more popular from year to year, it makes sense that there are more fans this year than last year, but 8 million sounds like a lot to me. So I'd have to assume Taylor has some impact on that, but I don't know what the typical growth rate is.
You know what's funny there? I almost missed the entire second half of what you said because the first word was inaudible to me. I have no idea what you said.
Well,
I do believe it was both.
Both? Was that what that was?
Both.
Man, that was quite a southern accent on the word both. I just won. That's what it sounded like over here. Anyway, ratings are ratings. It's the ratings champ right now. All right, but the stories out of this are what is interesting. And I would say probably the biggest story that was, well, yeah, let's start here. Why not? Let's start here. Travis Kelce, Mr. Football, we all love this boy. And during the game, apparently he was not feeling the love at one point because he went...
I saw this.
Yes, we all saw this.
Yeah.
123.4 million people saw this. He went over to his coach, who's Andy Reid, who's 65 years old.
He looks like the Lorax, too.
You do kind of look like the Lorax.
Thank you.
He is the coach. He's 65 years old.
Yes.
And he pushed him.
And the Chiefs are coached by the Lorax.
Okay, but anyway, he pushed him and then yelled at him to a point where the guy had to give him a bear hug and pull him back. And boy, this was a moment of the game because a lot of people came down on him for this, and then a lot of people defended him, which I thought was weird.
I mean, I'll defend him on this one.
I don't defend him on that at all.
What was he mad about? I didn't know what was going on to make him upset.
No, wait a second.
What had happened?
Wait a second.
Okay.
Wait a second. You cannot defend him on this because you can't defend him on this.
Well, we need some logic.
Well, let's get through. You can't defend him on this because that's a 65-year-old man. That's his coach. And you know what? If you would treat any 65-year-old man like that, they would arrest you. It's assault. And number 2, why wasn't he fined? Why wasn't he thrown out of the game?
So
that just makes it look like the bigger the star, anything you can do.
I mean, I think that the precedent has been set for that in the NFL anyways, with people like Tom Brady getting away with a lot of other things that people like other quarterbacks don't. just players, anything in general. Just like low-tier players usually get bigger fines and bigger penalties than the superstar players. It's just what happens. But anyways, besides that point, back to Travis Kelce. So I don't think, first off, he didn't it's not like he shoved this man to the ground or shoved
the man about fell down.
No.
Yes, I watched the video.
More of he
kind of stumbled.
He was upset because I think he was startled more than anything. I don't think he was expecting Travis Kelce to come over and scream at him.
Isn't that the point? You don't do that.
Right. Why was he yelling? What was going on?
What had happened was they had benched Travis Kelce because you just bench players who are in the skill positions because stamina reasons and injury problems. But so they had benched Travis Kelce for the regular re-ups on stamina, and then they had put in the backup, and the backup got a holding call or something like that. So the play went back, and then Travis Kelce was upset because he wasn't in there on that play because he wouldn't have had the holding call.
So why are you defending him?
Because when you spend your entire life trying to get to the biggest game in sports history, I think that once you're there, your nerves are kind of amped up. You're on 12. That is what they have been working for their entire
It's a big
career.
game. I'm not saying that, but I didn't see any of the other players do that.
He was just
and I didn't see any players on the losing team go grab a hold of their coach and scream at him.
No, they didn't. But I mean,
that's why it's inexcusable.
He should have been angry before. He should have been mad the moment he got out, though, and not the moment that the other person in his place messed up.
This is a sign.
I think he was pretty because he told the coach to leave him in there. That I do believe those were the words exchanged.
But he's not the coach.
Leave me in there.
He's not the coach.
He's not the coach.
Either way, that's not cool.
I mean,
that's bad, and it played bad.
I think
it played bad.
Fine. No,
it played bad. I'll tell you how bad it played.
Disagree.
I'll tell you how bad it played because I got the latest news here.
Taylor Swift disagree with him?
No, I don't know that she disagreed.
When you get Taylor Swift bashing him over the head, then it's something.
I don't think it did her any good to have him doing this. I don't think it did her any good at all.
Well, I mean,
it looks like you have a thug for a boyfriend.
That's true.
That's what it looked like, and it was not good at all.
It's a little scarier.
I mean, the game is football.
For a girl who preaches empowerment for women and all this, and this is what we've all been saying, to have a boy who will grab a hold of a 65-year-old man and shove him and scream at him, who's your superior, I don't think looks all that good for her.
I just think...
So I think she kept her mouth shut on this one.
I just think he was amped up. They were already down on the scoreboard. I think he was just amped up.
Well, she didn't support him on this either. But, in any event, again, the story from today. Travis Kelce admitted he crossed a line when he bumped Kansas City Chiefs coach Andy Reid during Super Bowl Sunday's calling it unacceptable while chalking it up to his passion. It's definitely, but here's what but unacceptable. Here was his quote. "It's definitely unacceptable, and I immediately wish I would have took it back," Kelce said on the New Heights podcast Wednesday when his other host, Jason Kelce of the Philadelphia Eagles, also dinged him on it. Coach Reid actually came right up to me after that and didn't even have harsh words for me. He just let me know, "Hey man, I love your passion. I got cameras on me all over the place." Kelce recalled. Kelce said he talked to Coach Reid about the scuffle, and we kind of chuckled about it. Quote though, "Unfortunately, sometimes my passion comes out where it looks like it's negativity, but I'm grateful that he knows that it's all because I want to win, and this thing with him more than anything," Kelce explained. That's what he said. But Jason Kelce admonished his brother by saying, "You crossed a line." And so his brother, Mr. Football, also said you crossed the line, and he said it was unacceptable behavior. Okay. He knows he's getting the bad press for this.
It's not so much that it was acceptable, but Andy Reid had the reaction that I feel like people who actually watch the game of football had. It's not necessarily acceptable, and I wouldn't suggest you go shoving your coaches on the sidelines, because you will get, in trouble for that.
I don't think Andy Reid said it was acceptable. I think what Andy Reid said was, listen, Andy Reid apparently is the only... Now, wait a second. Hold on. Andy Reid is the only person in this who apparently is socially aware. Taylor Swift is not socially aware, and we'll get to that in a second. Travis Kelce is not socially aware. Are they aware that they're at the most watched television event in history, 123.4 million people? Because what did Andy Reid say? He said, "I love your passion. I got cameras on me all over the place." He's aware. Don't do this on camera. It's not going to be good for you. Why does he not understand that? Why does Travis Kelce not understand that? And we'll get to why does Taylor Swift not understand that in just a second.
So, I think Andy Reid had the right idea. So Andy Reid didn't take offense to it because he knew that Travis Kelce was just amped up because there was a bad play and he wasn't in there to make sure that the play went good. And that's what it was. And Andy Reid accepted it. And now it's not acceptable, and Andy Reid did not say it was acceptable. You're right. But he said, look, I know it's just because you have passion, which is what I said.
But
he was passionate about the game.
But
and then he
I
said,
have cameras all over me.
And that was more looking out for Travis Kelce. Because, now you got to deal with this tomorrow.
Right, because it's not a good look. He knows it's not a good look. Hey, I'm okay with it, but that's going to be bad for you. Don't do that.
See, I think it's one of those things to where if the man who got shoved is okay with it, I don't know why other people seem to be upset. I think that they already talked about it. They understand that it was unacceptable, but they understand that it was just because that he was amped up.
Do people understand this is not like backyard mud football? This is the Super Bowl. This is 123 million people. There are cameras everybody. If you don't want the good written about you and you don't want the win, you can't do the bad. That's what it is.
It seems that they won.
Right, which even makes it look more stupid. You could be upset if you lost.
Well, if you didn't watch the game, you're like, oh, the Chiefs won, he shoved it. Yeah, but you looked at the ending score and they won. But he didn't know that they were gonna win. I think they were down by 10 points at the time.
So he's a sore loser.
He's competitive. You have to be.
But why
isn't
anybody else on this team competitive?
I think they are.
No, they didn't do it.
You see NFL players all the time slamming their helmets into
Right, but
the
his
ground.
own brother, who's an NFL player, says, you crossed the line.
I think that Travis Kelce, he himself said that he crossed the line.
And which, by the way, I want to say in this little confrontant that we're having here, that I have a lot of respect now for Travis Kelce that I did not have 2 days ago.
Because he admitted to a fault?
Yes, because that's one of the hardest things you can ever do, especially on a scale like this. 123 million people and everybody knows about it, and he's the player right now because he's in this relationship with Taylor Swift, and he made a mistake, and he, without being fined yet, which he hasn't been suspended yet, he went out and said, I was wrong. That was unacceptable behavior. So I give him a lot of credit. I am now a fan of this guy because it takes a big guy, big man, big person to admit you're wrong, not under any consequence. So I give him a lot of credit. But the people who defended him before he did this, I thought, well, come on. That's not defendable.
I don't think anybody was ever saying that it's acceptable, but he just had the energy. He was amped up. And also, in terms of, sorry, I didn't mean to go all the way back, but you had said that you don't know why he wasn't fined or benched or ejected from the game.
Right.
They might fine him still. Maybe. I doubt it.
Right, that's why I'm saying.
But also, sorry.
No problem.
Man, now I forgot.
A lot of passion here right now. You might shove me in a second. I'll end up on the floor.
Scared.
It's gonna look bad.
Now I forgot. Oh, but they wouldn't bench Travis Kelce because they don't. They have McCole Hardman actually played well in the Super Bowl, and McCole Hardman was a Jet. He wasn't even part of the Chiefs at the start of this year. But sorry, off topic. Travis Kelce. He is basically the main offensive weapon. You don't want to bench the dude who.
But see that
is the main core of the offense.
What message does that send? What do you think?
Yeah, but it sends the message that if you're important enough, you don't have consequences for your actions.
Do whatever you want.
Sounds like you just gotta get good.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it would be defendable. If you watch the video, it seems like it's very out of hand. He gets very aggressive, and it just makes you question his character. It's in a time where you're struggling already, that's how you're going to react.
You see players yell at coaches all the time.
But
Kyler Murray did it to Cliff.
Just because it happens doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, and you're right. Everybody also hated on Kyler Murray for doing it.
Did he apologize?
I'm not sure.
Well,
Kyler Murray, he's a professional gamer now. Well, he still plays in the NFL, but he's part of the FaZe clan, which is interesting.
It wasn't right. It shouldn't have happened. It was a big mistake. But I give him all the credit in the world for taking responsibility for it. So I am a fan now. I think he's an okay guy.
I liked him.
He didn't have to do that. And I thought that was big of him.
I think he did have to do that.
Oh, so you think this was put on?
I don't know that
He's taking too much heat.
I mean, I don't know that it necessarily was a put on. I think he probably does agree that it was unacceptable and that he shouldn't have done it and that he crossed the line. But at the same time, I think that if he didn't, he would have just gotten more and more hate. I think at some point he would have had to say something. So I don't know. I think it's both.
Well, if he didn't do it sincerely, that's wrong. If that's sincere, then I'm willing to give him credit, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't know that it's not sincere.
I think it's sincere.
If it's sincere, then it's fine. But speaking of not being aware that you're being watched by 123.4 million people on the most watched telecast since the moon landing, Taylor Swift, who is, clandestine, and this is the sad thing about her, is that this is what I give her credit for, being a good business person, not getting caught in a scandal, being what we all think of as the all-American good girl. What's she doing at the Super Bowl? Drinking. She had a beer right on the big Jumbotron.
Yeah, what about
it? It didn't play well.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that...
Again,
I don't know what
a 30-year-old having a beer, if you want to have a beer, knock yourself out at the game with your boyfriend. But the fact that she was not aware, again, that you are on the most... Was anybody at this place? Did they know? Did they think nobody was watching?
You're supposed to draw. Obviously, I don't do the drinking at the sporting events because I gotta drive home. But you gotta drink you gotta have the beers at the sporting events.
Okay, I don't think it played well for her, but whatever.
I don't know. She sings about drinking and stuff too, so I don't. I'm not surprised. She
sings about drinking. What have I been missing? What'd she say?
In some of her songs, she mentions
you gotta
beer
also,
and wine.
Yeah,
and,
you gotta also remember
she's drinking beer and wine.
She started in the country genre and music. So
well, whatever.
She sung songs about it.
I don't care if she had a beer. I'm just saying it became a story. Knock herself out. Yeah, she had a nice beer there. Good for her. Whatever. You know what? If it gets by with her fans, that's fine. But here's what. All of this folderol comes down to this. In a survey conducted by Numerator, those taking the poll were asked to respond to this statement. I think Taylor Swift is a distraction for the NFL. Out of those who answered, 34% said somewhat or completely agree with that statement, that she's a distraction. 34%. 32% didn't agree or disagree, and 34% somewhat or completely disagree that she takes attention away from the game. But her popularity is equal with her unpopularity. That is not a good place to be. And I heard a lot of hate.
But it's in the NFL. She didn't ask to be put on the TV in the NFL.
No, but again, if you're there and you bring the stars and you've been on television for 12 games ahead of this, you're gonna be. I mean, I knew what time she landed there on Sunday because it went off on everybody's phone.
But again, it's not her fault. She's there to support her boyfriend, and
no, but she is a star.
She's allowed to bring her friends there with her to watch her boyfriend.
Right, but you can't then also be unhappy that people are getting tired of you doing this.
She's not. Is she unhappy that?
Well, I don't know if she's unhappy, but I think that we're starting to see a negative turn toward her. And I did run into people Monday morning. I said, well, what do you think of the game? And they said, well, I liked it or I didn't like it. But they all hated that there was all this attention paid to her.
My grandma, every time Taylor Swift would pop on the screen, she'd say, that's one.
There you go.
Pop on the screen, that's two.
And a lot of people felt that way.
Count.
And I saw it on Facebook, and I also saw where a lot of people were talking about how people were staying up because it went into overtime, and they were saying, oh, I got to stay up and watch. Is he going to propose? Is he going to do this? And football purists did not like that.
He did not propose.
He did not propose.
She was not in the halftime show.
Scott should shave his head.
No, that wasn't what the... what it was about was who was going to win the game.
No, it wasn't. It was about him proposing, and he did not.
No, I would not have said anything about him proposing.
No, he didn't propose, and
Matt
she didn't perform. There was nothing of.
I think it was on who was going to win the game.
Yes, it was, because that's when we're doing our predictions. Which, by the way, my prediction was the closest. Listen back to the show. So now, what are you going to do?
About what?
That was the bet.
I agree. We picked the same team to win.
Right, but my prediction was closer than yours. Remember when people, it's going to be a game of field goals and da-da-da-da-da and all that.
I know, I wasn't betting to shave your head on who was closer to the correct score.
Were you at the show on Friday?
I was.
I'm not so sure you were.
We need to listen to it again or something.
No, I've heard it.
Okay.
I was there.
I was just there for the live one. I haven't heard it since then, so...
Well, I haven't listened to it again, but...
Okay. Well, I feel rather confident it wasn't on the score. Why would I wanted you to shave your head?
Matt and I
from
both
the
have
score?
forgotten.
I'm pretty sure it was on the score.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Because that's why we went around and we took predictions right at that time.
Yeah, I thought we were just doing that for fun separately, and you were saying that you thought she was either going to. It was about her performing or her getting proposed to.
Proposed to, I didn't think was going to happen.
Okay, then maybe it was like her performing. She was going to like talk or do something on the TV, and I was like, I don't think.
Was she in a commercial?
Yes, well, no, but there was a commercial about her, which I don't even understand what that commercial was all about. The father, the daughter is estranged from the father, and all of a sudden they're watching football together, and this season
they came together over Taylor Swift and football.
I guess, and I don't even know what that company sells. Cetaphil or something like that. Cetaphil, whatever. What do they sell? What did that commercial tell me about them?
Lotion.
What did that commercial have to do with lotion?
I didn't see this commercial. Like I
did.
think it played on my TV or something.
I saw it.
That's funny.
I thought, what is this commercial about?
Did you see the 5 Temu ads that came on?
Yes.
That was crazy.
I honestly, not gonna lie, I think my favorite commercial that came on during the entire Super Bowl was the Kennedy for President ad.
That one was cool.
It was just
that was bad. It offended his family.
I had never seen.
But that's an old
like
commercial.
Yeah, and I liked it. I never.
Well, yeah,
seen
but it
an ad
offended
like
his
that.
family.
I had never seen a.
It offended his family?
Yes, because we can do that story if you want.
I had never seen a political ad before like that, and I was like, you know what? I like this.
I liked it too. I did enjoy it.
Thank God somebody's prepared. A Super Bowl advertisement promoting the presidential campaign of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a remake of the 1960 spot that helped his uncle JFK win the White House, has struck a nerve with the Kennedy family members and friends who worry that it exploits and potentially tarnishes the legacy of a storied political family. The 30-second advertisement is built on the foundation of one of the most famous political ads in American history, still memorable to many people in politics 63 years after it was first shown. The historic ad presents JFK, then a senator from Massachusetts, as a young, vibrant, and experienced challenger to Richard M. Nixon, the Republican vice president under Dwight D. Eisenhower. The Kennedy family is ticked. And by the way, Robert Kennedy is 70 years old. He's not JFK's age, and that was what that commercial was supposed to be about, and was 63 years ago.
Okay, well, I didn't know about the lore behind this.
But no, that's why, because people looked at it and they went, oh, that's a great commercial. And it was a remake of a commercial made 63 years ago about a young, vibrant guy, and you got a 70-year-old man here riding his uncle's coattails, who has not got a chance in the world of winning any election.
Okay, I could see how his family might be a little upset about that. That's
I
fair.
just thought it was a good ad, man. I liked it.
I thought the ad was cool. I didn't realize it was offensive or anything.
It was cool 63 years ago.
I bet it was. We need more ads like that aren't offensive.
But what about what is it? Cetaphil? Cetaphil? What is
Cetaphil.
it? Cetaphil. Yeah, we don't even know what that company does.
No, it was CeraVe.
CeraVe.
I don't know if it was CeraVe or Cetaphil. They're both like skincare lotion
I don't
brands,
know.
so no, I don't know.
I'll tell you, that commercial had nothing to do with skincare. I'll tell you that. So what is wrong with the Super Bowl, I guess, on the whole? Why aren't people aware that people are watching? You don't run an ad from 60 years ago. You don't grab your coach and shake him up. You don't drink a beer if you have a clandestine behavior. What is wrong with these people, 123 million?
I mean, I don't think it matters. I mean, I think that...
It did matter.
I mean, I think that Andy Reid got the right idea when he was shoved by Kelsey. Kelsey was just hyped. And I think that people who are hating on Taylor Swift for drinking beer at a sporting event, I bet you if you went to a sporting event, you'd probably have a beer. Yeah.
But we're not Taylor Swift and we're not on the Jumbotron.
Okay, so for example, there's this dude who plays for the Packers named David Bakhtiari, okay?
Okay. Can you tell it in like 30 seconds?
Yeah, one of the best...
Talk fast.
One of the best tackles in the game went to a Milwaukee Bucks game, and they put him on the Jumbotron, and he chugged 2 full beers.
He's not Taylor Swift. Anyway, I'll tell you what, don't have a beer, have a nice orange juice or a soft drink or whatever you'd like, maybe some water out there, and come back with us because there's much more to talk about than just the Super Bowl. But boy, what a Super Bowl it was. What was the score? Nobody remembers. We'll be back in just a second. Hey, and we're back. Scott Spears, Kerrington Nelson, Matt Morgan with you on the Exchange, and there's a big interview coming up on Friday. Matt, tell them about it.
So Friday at 10 p.m., I'm going to be interviewing the Libertarian candidate for president. His name is Chase Oliver.
He's a Libertarian, and when will it be on?
It will be on at 10 p.m.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
You know what? I think, honest to goodness, I zone out over here sometimes.
I said all the things, and then you asked me the question.
No, but how can people listen? I know you didn't say that.
Oh, I did not say that. You were right.
That's why I'm here.
Thank you. You can listen live by downloading the free TuneIn app. You don't even have to make an account. You can just download the app and then search WGH Talk, and we'll be on there, and you can listen live from there. Or you can listen on the website, which would be www.1071.com.
Yes, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Following the Friday night show.
Yes, right
8 to
after
10.
Friday Night Live.
And that's a fun show, because you never know what's happening there.
Oh, no. Friday Night Live is always good.
Exactly. Now we'll move on to a new topic. Now, because we can't get through a show without talking about relationships, but this is something I don't think we've ever talked about before. It's called a collateral damage breakup. Did you know about this?
I have not.
Oh, you're going to learn now. It's when you break up with somebody and you can't go to certain places that you went together, or you can't, and you can't see certain clothes, and you can't watch certain teams, and you can't hear certain music because you did it with that person. So there's collateral damage to a breakup. So I guess the idea is there a certain place where you should break up with somebody, and maybe a place you shouldn't? And is there collateral damage when there is a breakup?
I mean, I don't think there's necessarily a good spot to break up with somebody.
Text.
Yeah, texting's probably the best option. You never have to see that person again if you don't want to.
That's where you do it.
But as far as avoiding the places that you guys went together, I think that's a little absurd. Like, not listening to the music, that's a little absurd. Like, I think if you were going to be in a relationship with somebody, you should at least take the positives out of it. So, like, if they showed you some, like, artist or some music that you really liked that you hadn't heard before them, and then all of a sudden you guys split, and now you don't listen to the artist that you really liked that they showed you, that's stupid.
But it might make you sad. I don't think you're doing it because it was with them. I think what they're saying is it's hard because you're sad. Remind you of them.
I think you'll get over it at some point, and then you should go back to listening to your music.
Yeah, but I think the question here was, what if that is the case?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I would personally, I would just keep listening to the music. It would just. What do you want? I don't know what you want me to say.
I'm just saying that this. I could see why this could happen to some people. Now, I have been accused in the past of ghosting people when the relationships are over, when friendships are over. But I think that's good, because really, what left do I have to say?
I think if we're not friends anymore, or like we don't.
Why do I need to talk to you?
What's the point?
Don't ask me how my day is. We're done. It's the game over.
If we walk past each other, you get the common courtesy. How you doing?
How you doing? And I'm okay with that. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, that's it, and keep on going. All right, collateral damage breakup.
I think that's a pretty common thing. I feel like a lot of times whenever you
Are there places you can't go?
No, I don't believe in the not going places thing. Whenever my friends and I have a place where it's like, oh, you have memories attached with some significant other that you went to that place a lot, we'll go as a group and stuff and hang out there, and we call it reclaiming the area and stuff, because then you're creating new memories at the spot, so you're not left dwelling on whatever the old sad memories are. We're reclaiming the area.
So there's a process.
A process, yeah.
You have to go back with your friends and reclaim the area?
I mean, you don't have to, but it's you're not gonna, I'm not gonna choose to not go somewhere just because I have memories with an old person there that's not my life.
But why do you have to take your friends back?
You don't have to take your friends back. I mean, you can go make new memories there by yourself. That's just my friends and I have an ongoing joke related to this.
So you understand it?
Yeah, I get it.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Well, I was trying to think of any place that I went with somebody that I shouldn't go again. And I can't even... I'm sure I went places with these people, but it's just not memorable enough for me to really think about it.
You never had a spot where you guys would go a lot of times or anything?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Like a go-to spot?
Yeah, where you hang out a lot?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have to go back in my house at some point. I can't just
You just
move.
hang out at home, you're not going anywhere?
Well, they would come over quite a bit. I mean, but I don't remember going anywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I'm with somebody, we typically went places together.
No, I'm sure I went places. I went to a lot of places with people, but I don't know that it was memorable enough for me to say, oh, I can't go back there.
Yeah, no, I don't. There's no places that I wouldn't go back, but there are places where I'm oh, we did spend a lot of time together at this place. This was a common thing we would do together.
What do you think, Matt?
I mean,
Collateral damage.
I mean, I think that you should probably just continue to go to the places that you went anyways. I understand that you might be upset because it'll bring back memories, but at the same time, like, it's kind of like what Kerrington was saying. I wouldn't, like, do it just to reclaim the area, make new habits.
It's not just to reclaim it. It's just like, oh, we're doing this. You're making new memories. We've coined a term for it. It's
like,
reclaiming.
I mean, I guess it's just kind of like, if you're going to go somewhere, you usually have a purpose to go there. So if you're going to go somewhere with somebody or without somebody, you're going to be doing something when you go there. And it might remind you of a time when you were with that person. But, like, I mean, I don't know. You're not now. I think that you should probably just deal with it.
You know, I don't know. I don't think it's a memory issue, but recently I was around somebody who I used to spend a lot of time around with and was close, and I passed them, but it was like it was very quick, and the person said, "Hello, Scott," and I said, "Oh, hello," you know, I was being nice, and then it dawned on me as I was walking to my car, oh, I dated that person.
You didn't even realize?
No, I didn't. They didn't look like themselves. I totally forgotten about the whole thing. I thought, oh, that was blah blah blah. It didn't dawn on me at the time.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Well, you can forget people. I try to forget most people from the past. I try to blank it, but I did. I walked right by them, and I thought, oh my, because I thought I know them from somewhere. And I thought, oh. We used to date.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you just forgot about them.
Forgot about them. I remembered it before I got to the car.
Yeah, that's good.
It came to
in
me.
10 minutes. You're like, oh, I thought I recognized those eyes.
Well, they weren't overwhelmingly happy. I mean, hello, Scott. That's about what I got. I don't know if they wanted me to stop or something, but, you know, I felt, you know, I don't know. What can you do? Would you remember everybody?
No.
There you go.
I also wouldn't have stopped. I don't know if they wanted you to stop, but like...
Why do you always go to him with questions like that? Would you remember everybody? No. Come to me. I'll be like, yeah, I would.
I think that's the point, though.
He knows who to go to.
Case in point.
He knows who to go to.
You gotta know how to moderate.
Who's gonna agree with them? He's like,
I know how to moderate.
Perfect.
What's your opinion, Kerrington, on this whole thing?
I would remember.
Do tell.
I remember everybody.
So, okay, an old boyfriend comes walking by you. Hello, Kerrington. What do you do?
Hey, and I'm also gonna just like...
You like your cat died, that's what you'd say? Hey.
No. Hey. Hello.
Hey.
No, what do you mean? Hello.
What are you doing today? Reclaiming my territory. That's what you're doing?
No, I'm just, hey, like, I don't know. Actually, I have a funny story. Yeah, what else am I supposed to say?
You should, now see, okay, go ahead. I just wouldn't preface it with funny with you, but go ahead.
Oh, okay, maybe it's not that funny.
I have a story.
I have a story to tell, actually. So yesterday, I got...
By the way, you're awful fuzzy tonight.
Thank you.
I just realized this.
Oh my gosh, I talked to somebody earlier at the record store in Delaware, and they said that my sweater reminded them of their cat, and that when their cat died, they wanted to skin it and turn it into a sweater. And I was like, okay, that's really interesting.
What?
And they told me twice that they would wear my sweater, and I was like, thank you, sir. They're like 50.
A sir?
A sir is like 50. I loved it. I was like...
Wanted to wear your sweater?
Yeah, he wanted my sweater. I was like... Okay, thank you. And yeah, then he started going on about his cat.
I don't think this is a man's sweater.
I don't know. I was like, okay. He was like a hippie kind of guy, so maybe that was just his vibe. I don't know. To each their own. I liked it. I was like, whatever you want. Like, I'm not giving you my sweater, but...
Interesting fellow.
Got it at TJ Maxx if you want one like it, so... Okay, back to my back to my story. Yesterday, I actually had my ex reach out to me, and they were asking about... I have some stuff at my house that was yours. Like, they were like, do you want to like come by and get it? Like, I don't want to inconvenience you, or like I can bring it to you, or like I can have somebody else bring it to you, or like you can have somebody else come get it. And they gave me all these options and stuff. And like they were like, I don't know how. I didn't know how or when to reach out. And I was like, this is really weird. And like,
now, this is your most recent ex-boyfriend?
Yes, that I haven't talked to in like 5 months.
Who has a new girlfriend?
I mean, I don't know for sure. Like, maybe.
Whatever, teach them.
I don't know what's going on. I'm not keeping tabs.
Well, he might be.
I mean,
maybe he is.
Did you want this man to just like say, "Oh, it's mine now," and then just never message you back?
Oh, so you think the boyfriend was right?
You think he should reach out? Because that's what he said.
Would you leave at his house?
like he
Like I
has-
had some like t-shirts there
like,
or something.
I mean, I don't know, t-shirt they'd probably just throw away. But like, if you had like actual like I don't know, like things there. That
No,
you
I
might
wasn't
not need-
leaving anything valuable there. Like
Okay.
I knew what I was
You
doing.
see, so like I mean, in terms of
don't
that,
leave
then
things at your significant other's houses that you're not okay with losing. Because like once I'm out the door and running for the
like,
hills.
see, in that case, I probably wouldn't have. But like, if he had like I don't know, like something that like useful that she left over there that she just never went to go get.
Yeah, but like it's my stuff. Like I feel like it'd be my responsibility to like reach out and be like, I want my stuff back. Like,
So what's the end of the story?
well, the end of the story is I was like, oh, like okay, if you want, you can give it to so and so. Like next time I see them or something, and they're like, okay, like that's fine. Like I was like, oh, I have like a couple of your t-shirts if you want those, and they're like, yeah, if you want to keep them, you can or something. But like also,
Wait, you have a couple of his t-shirts?
yeah.
I would have just responded with, "They're yours now. Keep them."
What
Yeah,
is- what-
and he was like, oh, if you want to keep them, you can, or
No.
but like I could also give them back or if you want. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I was like, well, this one is from this like tournament, so like you probably want that or something.
But you've kept it all this time.
I mean, it's like in my like t-shirt drawer. Yeah.
But why wouldn't you say this like 6 months ago when the relationship went down?
I was never going to. I was gonna eventually just donate it to Goodwill whenever I brought more clothes to Goodwill to donate. Was my plan. So I was surprised they reached out
This
at
is
all.
dysfunction 101.
strategy.
You think so?
Oh,
Why?
total
but I was,
dysfunction.
what's wrong with that?
First of all, you don't keep anything. Once it's over, it's over. Get rid of their stuff. Number two, you don't block them. You block them.
Oh.
Yep. You block them. And well, I can't because I've never blocked anybody. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure how you block people.
What
but,
are you talking about then? You're like
I'm
blocked
saying-
them. I've never blocked anybody.
But you ghost them. And so you don't respond.
I had. We
oh,
haven't
here's your
talked.
t-shirt, my
We haven't
t-shirt,
talked
so
in
much
5 months.
this is-
We have
and
not
then-
talked
and
in
then-
5
and then-
months.
Has there been somebody reached out?
No, nobody.
Okay,
we haven't
well, that's
talked
why
at
you didn't
all
talk in 5 months.
5 months. What do you mean? Why I didn't want to reach out?
Right, but he reached out and you talked.
See, I don't ever.
Oh,
block-
so it was that I shouldn't have responded.
Well, I'm just saying if he'd reached
He
out.
did end the text with that. He was like, "Oh, if you don't want to respond, you can have somebody else respond or something." I was like,
What is
I'm
wrong
not
with you
scared of you.
people?
Like what?
See,
It was weird.
Good lord.
I would have just not responded. Not responding is probably the best.
See,
course of
that's why
action.
you ghost people.
I
I just let
know.
I see. That's what
I don't
I just let it
block
go.
people.
They sit like I'll get this in the morning when I'm doing my show. People like to comment, and I'll just let it ding 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 ding, and I never respond.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
So I shouldn't have responded. You guys think? Well, there is one T-shirt that I really hope is there, but I
Yes,
didn't.
How many places have you left T-shirts?
There were a few
It might
there.
be there, but it might be
Well,
there, and it might be there.
I either lost it or it was at his house, and that's why I asked. I was like, "Oh, is the T-shirt maybe in that stuff?" And they were like, "Oh, I don't know for sure." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, like you don't need to look. Like if it is
He's
there." and I get
contacting
it-
you about these T-shirts. Why doesn't he know which T-shirts? How many T-shirts did you leave over there?
I don't know. I don't know what the stuff is that's there. I wasn't missing anything. Like that's what I said. Like I had no intention of ever reaching out. Like I was like I didn't leave anything there that I thought was worth reaching out over. So that's why I was like surprised.
Listen.
And I was like, oh, like there's stuff that like I need to get or something. Like what's so important? Like
I got a big plant thing out of a relationship once, and I'm not giving it back. So there you go.
you're keeping that plan.
I'm can't, and I wouldn't call. Why would I? If you want this, I'll.
That's what I thought too.
Send
I
it
was
over with
surprised.
somebody.
I wasn't gonna ever message him about it, so that's why I was like, "What? Like, interesting."
Yeah, I don't think I left anything. At
I got
anybody's
the
house.
important stuff. I knew when things were headed downhill. I grabbed what I needed and I got out.
Like what was there that you wouldn't leave?
I had a game, the spike ball game that I've talked about previously that I like. That was at his house, and I did get that. I had some other clothes there that I was like, oh, I need this stuff. So I like grabbed that, shoved it all in a bag really fast. And there was this one cup that I really wanted to steal that wasn't mine, but it was his roommate's. So I did not take it, but I really wanted to. I thought about it. Like I had
You have a problem.
a couple months leading up to the breakup. I was like, if we break
She's
up,
been
I
plotting
want to
this.
steal
God.
this cup. I've been thinking about it.
Where do you think this problem comes from?
I don't have a problem.
I
don't
think you
steal.
do.
I know I don't steal.
That's
very
not
much.
normal.
I didn't steal it.
Very much.
I
I don't
did-
steal very much.
Yeah, like the only time is that one night
I don't
with you
steal
guys.
that
I'm
often.
not- just
I don't steal from the
occasionally.
store or
Only on the
anything.
weekends.
How do we know? You wouldn't admit to it.
Why not? I just admitted to this stealing incidents. Like I
But
wouldn't
you
admit
didn't.
to
You're
it.
saying you didn't steal this cup. I don't know if you did or not. Now, to be honest with you, it's like 50-50 in my brain.
Oh well, I mean, I just said I didn't. Why do you have reason to not believe me?
Because if you'll steal, you'll lie.
I don't think that those equate.
I think
Dishonesty is dishonesty.
I think if you got caught stealing, you'd probably and then someone's like, "Hey,
you have that?" No.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
What would you have done if you just stole the cup?
I didn't steal a cup.
I understand. But if they just said, "Where's my cup?" Would you say, "I don't have it"?
I don't know. I don't.
Liar.
I don't think
lying?
I don't think they would have suspected me though. Like it was like his roommate's
I'd suspect
cup.
you.
Why would his roommate?
If anything
think I
comes up
took his
missing,
cup?
I'd suspect you.
No.
Yes,
No.
I really would. Because I've seen your kleptomania in action.
Do you still have my crochet hook that I left in your car from the?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Can I get that at some point?
You've never asked for it. Right up during the show is when you're going to ask me for the crochet
I was
hook.
just thinking about
Why don't you tell people why I have your crochet hook?
Well,
explain that.
We were going to Cleveland for.
Hey, I left my crochet hook. You've got it. Why do you have that?
I left my.
I wanted to learn how to crochet. That sounds bad.
Why
Go
does
ahead.
that sound bad?
Because why would I have your crochet hook of all things?
Because I left it in your car. Whenever we were going to Cleveland as a group, we went there and I brought my crocheting stuff in the car with me and my needle just fell out.
And I told you immediately that I had your hook.
Yeah, and you never brought it back to me?
Because you didn't say, you never asked for it.
Okay.
What do you think? I got it like in a bronze case there ready to... When she asked for this, I'll give it to her.
No, I just thought you would bring it back to the studio and it would be like sitting here at some point.
Well, you gotta remind me of
That's
these
okay,
things.
yeah, I'm bringing it up right now. It's okay.
Thank you. During the broadcast. That's a good time to do it.
Yeah, well now people have a good story. So...
That I have your crochet hook.
So you have my crochet hook. Anywho, so you think that it was silly on his part or me responding was the silly part?
I don't remember why we started this story. I mean,
I
honest
know,
to God,
dude.
I thought we were talking about collateral damage breakups. Somehow we got to you.
Everything comes back. Full circle.
Certainly does.
Full
It
circle
certainly
moment.
Certainly. So the question is,
should I have not responded? Would you think it's just weird that he reached out at all? Like what's your
well, clearly he wasn't reaching out about some old ratty shirts.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have reached out.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Especially 6 months later.
Okay, so you think that it wasn't about the shirts?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And you fell into it.
Well, what do you mean? What was it?
You responded.
That was what he wanted?
Yeah. Well, why else would he message you?
I don't know.
For you not to respond?
Well, no.
He wanted to
about
see
the
if
shirts.
she'll still pay me attention. That's what it was all about.
Oh.
People are psychopathic.
Well, I did wait a long time to respond. You texted me yesterday, and I didn't respond until today.
But you
I've
thought
been
about
busy.
it.
I mean, I was like, oh, interesting.
So why would you wait a day? If you did get it yesterday, why'd you wait a day?
Oh, I was genuinely busy. I just didn't have time
You
to
couldn't.
respond.
Oh, busy.
I didn't- yeah.
You didn't respond to something because you were busy?
Yeah.
How can that ever happen? Before we went on the show air tonight, I said I was busy and didn't respond to things,
I had
and apparently
messaged you
that's not
5
allowed to
days
happen.
ago. I messaged you a long time ago about this. This was yesterday. This was less than 24 hours.
Oh, so it's a 24-hour thing. I got to do
24-hour
it 24.
rule.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was 24
Well, I mean,
hours.
at least before the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day for
Okay,
what
but
the
here's my
messaging
question.
was
Oh,
about.
now we have to bring this up because we shot some promo videos for the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day, which are both time-prescient things.
Yes.
Which now have both came and gone.
Yep.
Come and hither. They both
Yep.
came and went, and nobody ever saw them. And they were good videos.
And they were good videos.
And so now here's my question. This is your fault.
Okay.
Because...
That wasn't a question, that was a statement.
But I'm getting into it.
Okay.
Here's why it's your fault. Who took the videos?
On my phone, they're on my phone.
Whose phone were they on?
My phone.
Who took the videos?
I mean, the camera that was
I
sitting
understand.
up there.
But who took them? Who had possession of them?
Me, I did.
Did anybody else have access to them but you?
No.
Okay. So your question to me was...
Did you get the videos?
And my answer was...
Silence.
Silence. So at that point you said, oh, the Super Bowl's coming up, and the Valentine's Day's coming up, and I have access to these and nobody else does. He didn't tell me no.
I didn't know if you got the videos because you didn't respond to me.
What harm would it have been if I had got them in sending them twice?
There wouldn't have been harm. I just why wouldn't you respond
Matt,
to me?
I mean, also,
come on in here.
You could just go back in the chat.
And see, couldn't you? Yeah,
but
by
I
the
didn't
way.
know if I emailed them, and whenever I sent the
Good
groundhog
point.
videos,
Good point.
there were it kept resending the groundhog video. So I was
Don't
like,
you
oh,
know what you send?
the video thing is all
Don't
messed
you know what
up.
you send?
No, the groundhog thing keeps
Don't you know-
resending. No, I don't know.
You knew you hadn't sent those.
I know I didn't. That's why I asked you.
Look at this. Look at this.
That's why I asked you. if I had
Oh
sent
man,
them.
now it all comes to pass. Because you can look back in a chat and see what you've sent.
Yeah, and that's why I like looked back and I couldn't tell if they like hadn't sent because the groundhog videos were like.
But you saw the groundhog videos.
Yes, I saw the groundhog videos.
But you didn't see the. Don't you know if you send them or not?
No, I just didn't know if it was loading because the groundhog videos.
So I'm going to get these videos like 6 months from now.
I don't know.
Well, did you send them?
I don't know. That's why I asked you. I didn't know if I
she
emailed
doesn't
them
know, Matt. She doesn't know. She doesn't know if she sent them. Now remember, this is within 12 hours of us shooting these things. She doesn't have a 12-hour memory of what she sends and doesn't send.
Yeah, no.
I bet she doesn't.
That's why I just don't respond to people.
Case in point.
Okay.
That is true, come to think of it. You couldn't scroll back. You didn't know. You really didn't know if you'd sent them.
I didn't.
You did have a blackout on Friday night and think, what happened?
I scrolled back and I just kept seeing the groundhog videos that had been resent several times.
I would have then what? Sent them.
I would have just responded to the person that messaged you because you had your phone. I could see that you were active. Just not responding to me.
Oh, look at this. So really this was spiteful is all this was.
It's
now
not
I'm learning.
spiteful.
It's spiteful. You felt that I saw your message and didn't respond, so you were going to be spiteful until I responded.
No, I wasn't being spiteful. I just assumed if you're not going to respond to my question...
This is why people think we're dysfunctional.
That you
have you seen the post, by the way, on the
somehow.
picture? The people think we're a dysfunctional family. Who listen, that's what they call us, a dysfunctional family. And apparently they think we look alike.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, okay.
What kind of look was that?
Okay,
you're becoming the family member we don't like at all.
I just don't understand why you couldn't respond to me.
See, that's what it's about. It's not about the videos at all. It's like a blackmail thing.
It's not a blackmail thing.
Because you seem more upset that I didn't respond than the fact that the videos didn't get put up.
I mean, I don't care if the videos get put up. You're the one that's posting the videos.
There you go.
What? That's just true. I mean, it isn't like...
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this.
What?
No, but you knew that you hadn't sent the videos.
No, that's why I asked you, because I couldn't tell. Because the videos don't, send clearly on Facebook Messenger. I can't tell.
Oh, that's not necessarily true. And even if that is true, again, if I didn't respond, why wouldn't you send them again? You truly had no memory of whether you sent them or not. Because clearly you didn't.
I thought I had sent them. I thought I emailed them to you or something. I thought I did.
Well, there you go. If you couldn't see them in the messenger, why didn't you just email them to me?
Because you didn't respond to me whenever I asked you if I had sent them, if you had access to them.
Comes back. Matt, what do you believe happened here?
I mean...
Something we wouldn't have an ugly moment like this over videos.
I mean...
I came into the show tonight and I said, no ugly moments. We're not going to have an ugly moment.
So...
People think we're dysfunctional. We're not going to have an ugly moment. And what happens? Darned if we don't have an ugly moment.
So I think...
We're taping this on Valentine's Day, Love Day. And here we are. That's exact. There's no love in this relationship. Go ahead, Matt.
I think that you, I would have just scrolled back in the chat, and then if they weren't there, I would have sent them, and if they weren't in that chat, like you said you thought you might have emailed them or something, I would have just checked the email. You can check the files on there, too.
I mean, I could have, but, I don't feel all that responsible because, it works both ways. Whenever I message you, you should respond to me.
So what is this really all about, Matt? What is this really all about? Let's lay it out. This is a good topic. This is real life. I didn't know we were going to talk about this. But this is good.
It sounds to me like the conversation died when you didn't respond.
It seems like she's more ticked about me not responding than the videos. As a matter of fact, I believe we can quote this episode. I don't care about the videos, but you not responding was a big problem.
I mean, it's not a big problem. It's just you obviously wanted to make the videos because we made them.
I'm just kind of confused.
What, bend your fingers back and say,
no.
make these videos?
No. You said, here's our ideas. And I was like, okay, cool. We'll do that.
I'm just kind of confused as to how you didn't know whether or not you sent them.
That's right, too. That wouldn't pass the ID channel, let me tell you right now. If we got the forensic files people in here, you'd come up on the short end of this stick. I think I look good in this story.
They think you look good.
I think I look good in this story. No, I think you look bad because it looks like you were being spiteful.
Oh.
And yes. Oh, is what she said. Oh, yes. You were being spiteful because...
No, I think it always just gets turned into something that it's not.
No, I'm not. Listen.
I just wanted to respond.
I have nothing but happiness and just love and admiration for you. That's like the goodbye speech I don't really
That was so sincere.
I have love and admiration. No, but here's my point.
We're going in the direction you're not.
Yeah, we're going in a different direction because of this whole video thing, by the way.
The video
we'll be going in a different direction. And I need somebody who knows when they send things, who doesn't have blackouts. So here's what the point is.
And I need somebody who responds to me whenever I message them, so.
Excuse me.
It goes both ways.
No, but see, clearly she's more upset about the responding than the videos. That's odd. Matt, you've sent me videos. We've done promo videos. Have we ever had this type of contretemps before? No.
You said earlier before the show started that you always message Matt back.
Yeah, but I think your thing got lost in a groundhog video.
Yeah, but it's not. Also, it's not. It's not necessarily that he like instantly will message me back. Like he will get back to me.
Yes.
No, this was 5 days ago.
Right, and when Super Bowl came, and you've admitted that you checked the Facebook page when you tagged in something. When Super Bowl was on the horizon and there was no video there, didn't you say, maybe I should send them again? Or when the Super Bowl video wasn't up and Valentine's Day was coming up.
Valentine's Day today, whenever you posted the picture of us, I was like, that's not the Valentine's video we posted.
See, she checks it every day. So this is, you're looking worse and worse. It just looks like you were being spiteful.
Oh, I think you just keep saying I'm being spiteful. I think
Matt, was she being spiteful or am I just saying it?
I mean, I don't necessarily think that she was being spiteful, but I don't know how.
I think if I responded, the videos would have came.
Yes, they would have, because you would have said, no, you didn't send the videos, and then I would have sent them to you.
Yeah, but the question is, why don't you realize, why do we even have to get to that point? Why don't you realize you haven't sent the videos?
Because I tried to look back into the Facebook Messenger thing, and there were so many groundhog videos.
So if there was a question of this, why not send them again?
Because I thought you would respond.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to take my time out.
Because I thought you would respond. There you go. See, it all comes back to that. Now listen, there's etiquette in life, though.
That you should respond to people whenever they message you?
No, yes, I'm not. I didn't ignore you. See, that's what you think happened here. I did not ignore you. I just didn't realize you'd sent that.
Oh, okay.
Also, the message that you had sent is before it had sent another one of the groundhog videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I just thought you sent another groundhog video when the ding went off.
I know. Did you not want the videos whenever the day?
Not the groundhog one. The Groundhog Day was a while ago.
I know, but you could have also messaged me for the Super Bowl ones if they weren't there. Like,
is this how things are with you? Maybe this is why the boy waited 6 months to send you a message. Because it seems a little complicated.
It's not that complicated.
Here's what really happened, folks. This is what happened. We shot videos on Friday night. 12 hours later, she realizes she has not sent the videos, which are time prescient. And she sends me another message with a groundhog video.
The groundhog videos will not stop sending.
And
I don't know why.
did not see it. I just thought, which I'd already said previously. I said, stop sending me the groundhog videos.
They're like auto-sending. I'm not sending them. I don't know why they keep sending to you.
And so the Super Bowl comes and goes. There was no video. Valentine's Day comes and goes. There was no video. But the moral of this story is those were great videos, but you'll never see them because
Maybe next year.
they're pointless now because of this. But that's bad. That's bad etiquette.
Okay.
Don't you think?
What if we both take a little bit of responsibility in this
situation? How much of the responsibility? Quick, we're under 2 minutes.
Well,
how much responsibility?
We don't need percentage. I need percentage. I should have.
Because I don't think I should.
It's
not 50-50
to you again, and you should have responded when I messaged you.
So you're admitting that you should have sent the videos again?
Yes.
I agree. All right, so we are in agreement that you were wrong here.
Go on.
Thank you. Matt's interview is coming up 10 o'clock on Friday night. He's got the Libertarian candidate. If he didn't message you back, would you message him?
Yeah, I would.
I'm not trying to win you over for an interview. We're on this show together.
Right, but we're dysfunctional, clearly, as everybody says. You should know this by now. On the behalf of this dysfunctional family, on this Valentine's Night episode, I just want to say, if somebody messages you and a groundhog video comes up and you don't happen to see it, please respond. Go back and check the thing every day because you don't want any heat like this. I hope you have a wonderful time, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. For Matt and Kerrington, this is Scott, heading for the dugout.